Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is your full moon reading for October 5th, 2017, for the full moon in Aries. So Aries is all about the self, all about the individual, and all about your personal development. It's a very fiery energy, so I wanted to use one of my paintings, my massive watercolor paintings, as a background for these pictures because I thought that the fiery energy and all the colors in here just really represent this mood that's going on right now. So, of course, it's a huge time for transformation. It's a huge time for rebirth. And that's one of the cards I pulled for the theme of this full moon. So, I mean, I feel like I don't even need to tell you guys that. You guys know that we're having this huge time of rebirth and renewal. And so you might just be having all sorts of interesting thoughts right now and dreams and visions. I've been having so many ideas come in, a lot of inspiration. I've also found myself, reflecting back on my past and, remembering some of my past traumas and hurts. Some things are coming up that I know I need to let go of. So I'm wondering if you guys are experiencing any similar vibes or if things have gotten a little bit more intense for you the past couple days. It might have been a little bit difficult to concentrate, and you might have been feeling this need to really pull back and kind of be on your own in solitude. Or likewise, you might be feeling the need to have a distraction and just be around people and friends and express yourself. So it seems like something I've been noticing is that on the love front, I've been having so many people hit me up for love readings, and it seems like there's a lot of shift. And so that's really interesting. I'm also seeing that when it comes to career, that's just a huge highlight in this reading. So what is going on with all y'all's careers? Are you guys trying to decide, if you want to leave your job? Are you just fed up? Are you done? Are you thinking of applying to perhaps your dream job or going into a new field of study? Maybe you're thinking of making a move closer to your job and where it's located. Or maybe you're even thinking of retiring and that it's time for you to maybe spend more time at home and working on your personal self and your personal life. And maybe it's like the end of an era for you. You're transitioning from one era to another. So those are some huge themes right now. All of us are being called to figure out what it is exactly that our heart and our soul is calling for at this moment. Following our bliss, following our joy, because that's going to take us naturally in the direction of our greatest good. It's going to take us naturally in the direction of evolving and growing and expanding and developing our natural gifts and talents more. If you're not already in a situation in your life where you're able to develop those gifts and talents, then this reading is going to help you open that space up. So let's do it, you guys. I made you a custom spread for the full moon. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the theme of the full moon. We're going to see what energy is coming in. We'll see what energy we are releasing, so what we need to let go of this full moon. That's always the question, What can we let go of in order to clear and make space for something new? We're going to look at what we are harvesting, because this is the harvest moon, you guys. So what are we harvesting this season? We have another card for how to proceed. I also kind of wanted to dip my toes into the future a little bit, so we're going to take a look at what lies ahead, and the last card is what the next step is for us. So let's do this. The theme of this full moon, we just touched on it, but we have this rebirth card along with this manifestation card. So I feel like it's becoming a lot clearer in your mind what it is that you want at this time. Maybe a couple months ago or even a couple weeks ago over this past season, you were feeling a little unsure about what it is you want to move towards. Because, I don't know, it's no secret. It's like one phase is over now, it's time for this next phase. We're flowing in a new direction. There's a new energy coming in. So the question is with this full moon, it's like, you need to let go. You're being pushed to let go of some things, but it's like, what is it that you want to bring in here? I asked what I should focus on today this morning. I always just pull one card in the morning. And I got this card for this morning, so it's cool to see it for the theme of this full moon again. It's a really interesting card. It's called the Lord of Shadows, and when I pulled it this morning, I was like, oh my gosh, what does that mean? Lord of Shadows. And funny enough, I was just watching Harry Potter. I was like rewatching one of the movies last night. And this freaked me out because it like reminded me of a Dementor, and they're like so creepy. Do you guys like Harry Potter? So I saw this and thought it meant something bad, but as always, none of these cards ever mean anything bad. They are so beautiful and uplifting and inspiring as always. Even like the death cards and some of the cards that are like more intense, you know, are still beautiful. There's a lot of misconceptions out there flying around about tarot. But this card talks about change, moving from shadow into light, finding new meaning in life, a turning point in your life. It speaks of optimism, the removal of obstructions, creating positive changes, new outlook and actions. So I guess it's reminding me, since I just watched Harry Potter, I'm gonna give you guys cheesy Harry Potter metaphors for this, I guess, but if you've seen the movie, you know, or read the books, you know, the Dementors would come over to Harry and basically try to like suck his soul out of him and distract him, and ultimately what helped him create a shield to block that was thinking positive thoughts and thinking of things that made him happy, that were more powerful than this soul-sucking entity. So maybe you have some distractions in your life that are just sucking your soul away. Maybe this figure here represents your past, or it represents maybe a person. Maybe it's just like an ex or something. I know a lot of my love readings, a lot of people are coming to me because they feel like they have things unresolved in between with their exes, or things like were left really just in a mess. Or some people are having to walk away from relationships. It's just that time of year. There's that, you know, release the old, make way for the new. So this could have to do with relationships. This could just have to do with a dark time in your past in general. You know, maybe what you came from in your childhood was traumatic and it wasn't, you know, as beautiful as this picture right here of this little family. So maybe there's also this picture coming up to me of this has probably got to be from one of you guys who's watching, but anyways, I'm feeling like this image of like these two women. There's somebody who's watching who had to let go of two women in specific in their life. So this could have to talk about like letting go of friendships, or even people passing away and you know, passing on into the next dimension, or to the next life, or back into oneness, or back to the void, whatever it is you believe, or to heaven, or whatever. Maybe it's talking about literal death here. But you know, whatever this darkness is, this is a beautiful card of hope, talking about moving forward out of that, a transition to a more peaceful, just easier season in your life, you know, one that's not so dark and chaotic. You know, this well here is just talking about creativity, hope, and imagination. And so that's the theme of this full moon. It's so beautiful. The moving from shadow into light. I love that. And whole new outlook, it seems to be what is going to be provided. So maybe when you wake up tomorrow, or at the conclusion of, you know, today, you're going to feel like you have this whole new outlook. So just keep going. If heavy emotions, heavy feelings are coming up, or you're not understanding what's appearing in your 3D reality right now, just know it's a full moon. There's sometimes there's certain things coming up you need to pay attention to, like your dreams, you know. Your dreams will have messages for you this time of the month. So next we have the energy coming in. And I want to pull a clarifier on this, because this seems to talk about your home. And it can talk about like a harmony, like a union. It can talk about just like your ideal vision for a home. This could be aesthetically, like maybe what you're working towards right now is, you know, literally building your dream home, or saving up for your dream home, or working towards trying to move somewhere that would reflect that. It could just be your dream life, like you're working towards, you know, developing a career or a lifestyle that's more authentic and more in harmony with you and who you truly are, instead of just punching the clock for the man, you know what I mean? Shout out to anyone out there who works for the man. I used to work for the man, and yeah. Sometimes that's a journey you got to take in this life. It teaches you a lot. It's interesting. Sometimes you have to use the system in order to build your own paradise here in this world, you know? And so I feel like there's a lot of work happening here. And so that's the energy coming in, is actually being able to see more proof and more work being developed here in this area. So I feel like some of you guys are going to make that move. Some of you guys are going to be able to finish that dream home, or perhaps make some changes in your home that are more in alignment with you. So that's what's coming in, this joy, this harmony, this beauty. Like, I don't see darkness in this card. I just see this strength here, this foundation. Because when your home life is stable, it's a lot easier to go out into the world and to be stable and to, you know, make big changes and make a big effect, you know, on this planet. We all have the ability to make change here. I think that's what we're all here for. You know, if you're here and you see all this craziness that is happening here, you can't help but try to make your mark and do something to better it in your own way. And we're all being called to do that. If you don't know how to do that, this reading will probably uncover some ways, because I'm starting to peek at some of the other cards we have ahead. But doing what you love and coming to peace yourself, you know, doing the healing work and stuff on your traumas so that you can chill out and be peaceful more often, give people more love and light, have the space for that, you know. That's what you're here for. That's what creates a beautiful, positive home life, is when you can be in alignment with yourself and your truth. And life is a journey, you know, towards that, I believe. I mean, maybe you don't have to quite be like on Jim Carrey's level with that, but in your own way, like living and speaking your truth. I feel like that's what the energy that's coming in. Now, I was gonna pull a clarifier, but yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I want to know more about what's coming in relation to our home lives. Ooh. I guess I got the Sorceress card, has to do with manifestation and like miracles. So getting that next to the home card. Are any of you guys trying to manifest miracles when it comes to your home and just like your lifestyle? I mean, who isn't? So some things are going to come through. That's what's coming in. They're saying, look out for miracles. Your manifestations are coming through. That's exciting. Now, the energy that we are releasing. Energy that we are releasing. Give me a second to figure this out. So, we're releasing stress. Isn't that great to hear, you guys? And I feel like some of us have been having issues with our body, like soreness, achiness, weariness, tiredness, like a lot of physical symptoms to all of this energy that's been coming in. Perhaps even like sickness or illness. So, just not feeling balanced. It could even be emotionally. So this is what's going out. This is what we're supposed to let go of. Perhaps it's like a hint to focus on your balancing. And that's what this channel is all about. Stay tuned. I give you guys so many tips. Just everything I'm learning to help balance myself, because I realized and learned I was an empath, you know, someone who's sensitive, and I can get very emotional. And I realize that happens when I'm not taking steps to, you know, honor my body, its energy levels, and honoring my emotions, not taking the time to paint and channel my energy into more productive ways, and just keeping it all balled up inside, you know? So that's what you're being kind of called to do, like, let go. Like, so let go of some of this heavy energy. If you're feeling really heavy energy right now, or super drained, or you're having these blocks in your body, to get it flowing again, express yourself, you know, write a letter, write some poetry, write some music, dance, go outside and, you know, play with nature, play with your pets, paint, you know, get dressed up and go out, you know, with your girlfriends or something. Celebrate your beauty and your divinity and yourself. Those are just some ideas, but self-care. So they're saying, you know, let go of the stress and the worry and soothe yourself. And also let go of feeling like you have to do it all alone and isolating yourself. Because wolves, you know, they travel in a pack, but I'm seeing this lone wolf here. And so I feel like there's some of you guys out there who are isolating yourself when you shouldn't be. And I've done that before on my journey. I have a tendency to do that because, first of all, I have a Taurus ascending. So my ascending sign's a Taurus, and it's like a thing you do when you're a Taurus. You just kind of like your cave. So if you have any Taurus in you, you're going to want to hole up in your cave. Or if you're, you know, grieving and mourning and going through a loss, of course, you're going to need that time alone in solitude. Perhaps you're going through dark night of the soul, you're having a spiritual awakening, and you're going through that phase. Anybody out there going through dark night of the soul? I know what that's like. I've been through that. Maybe maybe you're facing like self-esteem or insecurities, or you have some trauma in the past with people and have a hard time with connection because without getting that mixed up into it. So those are just some things I know from my personal experience. I'm being vulnerable here. And so if you're isolating yourself like the wolf in this card, and it's going to make you feel really sad and lonely and insecure, it's actually going to make it worse. And sometimes what you need in order to manifest things, in order to have more abundance and harmony in your life, is to connect with other people. And sometimes that's all you need, is just to hang out with someone for like an hour, you know, have a drink or something, or go for a walk, just to have someone's company, and, you know, just to know you're not alone, and to meet new people, because, you know, through people, that's one of the main ways that your manifestations and the things that you're trying to accomplish will come through. You know, if you just try to keep to yourself and you stay alone and you stay stubborn in that way, it's hard to manifest things. I tried to start my fashion business all alone when I first started, and I mean, I'm so thankful now to have assistants and to have business partners and to have just producers and just everything I have now to help me, because I learned over time I had to be open, I had to put myself out there, I had to just go meet people and try new things and get involved in communities and organizations, to have those connections to help me with my business and take it to the next level and help me grow as a person. So this card talks about like the need for community, the need for connection. Don't discount how important it is. You know, you can protect yourself if you're worried and you're afraid of making connection with other people. You can protect yourself with healthy boundaries. And that's something I've learned recently along my path, is how to have more boundaries with people and also how to, you know, enforce my own boundaries so that I don't become uncomfortable in relationships and don't repeat patterns from my past of toxic relationships. So look into it, you guys. There's so much information out there on how to have healthy boundaries, on, you know, toxic relationships, how to heal from them, how to recognize them, you know, how to, you know you're making the right friends and connections. There's just so many amazing empaths and gentle souls and spirits out there speaking out with this valuable information based off of what they learned in their experience. So tap into that this full moon. But that's some stuff to let go of, but nothing too bad. I mean, they're just like, you know, let go of your stress and try to get connected with people. You know, it's a good time to come out of your cave now. It'll probably help turn this winter into spring. So positive messages all around. Now, what are we harvesting? I'm kind of excited for this. What are we harvesting, you guys? I want to pull a clarifier real quick from my new deck. 1 second. Only thing I don't like about these cards is that they're so thin that I've already gotten a paper cut from them. I'm like, oh, it hurts when I shuffle. Okay. Interesting. What are we harvesting this full moon? So I feel like something has been off for a while because maybe you felt like you were swimming upstream. Maybe the journey just felt difficult, like you were traveling uphill for a while. Like this salmon talks about abundance and prosperity and wealth and success. And it also talks about, salmon have to travel upstream in order to mate. And so it's like this difficult journey, but it's worth it in the end. And so I feel like that's what's happening here. We're quite literally harvesting, and you've made it, on that journey. You've been swimming upstream, and you finally made it there, and it was worth it, and it paid off. So that's what I feel like is coming in. The something off card says that, maybe you didn't quite know where it was you were headed for a while. Maybe you were just swimming, like, listlessly and apathetically through life and wondering if this journey was actually going to take you somewhere. Maybe you let go and surrendered so hard and kind of stopped caring, and maybe you worried that doing that for so long was or has hindered your progress, and maybe you feel a little bit lost because of it. But I think there's a message coming through saying that it was good that you let go. It's been good that you've had this period to just kind of drift, and you have fought and struggled your way now all the way to the top here. And there's beauty. There's beauty in this path and in this journey. And sometimes the beauty is just found in those little moments you spend alone. Just, when you're outside and you see the sunset, or when you open your window and feel the breeze just kiss your cheek. Maybe your life doesn't always have to be about trying to hurry to get somewhere. Maybe you don't always have to beat yourself up so hard to swim upstream. Maybe you really can just go with the flow. And I feel like that's something that this period in your life that just ended, because there's this rebirth card here. This period in your life that just ended. It's like you're realizing that you can just let go now and go with the flow. What's standing out to me in this picture is that the salmon isn't in the water anymore. It's almost like it was swimming and trying to get up here, and then it just let go and it's going back down. Like you're not resisting the flow anymore. That's beautiful. I don't feel like I'm resisting anymore either. I'm just like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. I feel like that's the best attitude to have in life. That's when you can get there, it's like where all the magic happens, because you end up being so blessed and everything does flow to you. Sometimes you just have to show up, Now, I'm gonna look up this one. I'm still learning what these cards mean, so I'm gonna cheat. Let's see. So we're also harvesting a turning point. And I think I was just talking about that, so that's cool. That's like a clarifier saying that this is a turning point, That's why we see this rebirth card for what the theme of this full moon is, This is a turning point for us. And this also talks about abandoning plans. So yeah, how cool is that? Like I said, the salmon here is swimming all the way up here to the top, and then it just is like, you know what? It just jumps out and is like, I'm just going to fall back down here and just go the other way because I'm not going to resist the flow here. So you might have been headed somewhere in your life for a long time, and you might have built all this, and you have all this stuff here and all this success and everything you've built, but you know, you might feel the call now to abandon plans, and maybe that's what you're harvesting. Maybe that's what you're uncovering this full moon, is that you're going to abandon your plans and like go in a different direction. And that's okay. It's okay if that's you. It's okay to quit sometimes, or to realize that it's the end of a certain chapter and it's time for something new. It's okay if that's you, you know, if you feel like it's time for a fresh start in any area of your life, because nothing lasts forever, you know? So if you're like, you know what, it's a new start for me, I need to go to a different company, a different job, or I need to, you know, I'm ready for a makeover, I can't do this hair anymore. That's me. I'm like, my hair is driving me crazy. It could be something little, you know, it could just be something symbolic, it could just be something internal, but you might realize that, you know what, it's time for the new you, the old you that's not you anymore, it's time for the new you. I feel like you guys catch my drift on this one. Moving to a higher level, so it's like time to vibrate higher. You're realizing that maybe some of the things you've been doing are kind of low vibe, and you're starting to feel just kind of stuck in certain karmic cycles and kind of just embarrassed, and you're just like, I need to vibrate higher, I need to stop this behavior and like go move on and like, you know, grow up in this area. And I can identify with that because I'm in my 20s, and I feel like that's a lot. That's the huge journey of being in the 20s, is constantly identifying like habits and routines and patterns and stuff that, you know, aren't helping you, and like trying to eliminate them and move forward and get better. Like for me, something I eliminated was smoking cigarettes. And so I'm not judging any of you guys who smoke cigarettes out there. For me, like, I'm athletic, and so it was really hindering my exercise and my workout and my health, and so I wanted to stop. And also, it was causing me to wrinkle, and I was like, this is not cool. I need to keep my skin nice and fresh, and this is not cool for me. So, that was something I worked on quitting and leaving behind, and it was hard. Like, it took a long time to, like, become conscious of how it was hurting me, and how addicted I was, because you like to, like, fool yourself and kid yourself that you're not really that addicted to something. And I didn't realize how much time in my life it was taking up and how much I was sacrificing for it, and it felt good to quit. And eventually I quit through vaping. And then eventually I quit vaping. And so, you know, maybe you're being called to quit some habit or addiction, and maybe it's just like an addiction to worry and fear, or addiction to gossiping, or addiction to food, or, oh my gosh, you guys, there's so many things you can be addicted to, but those are some ones that are coming out for some of you guys who are watching. So it's just saying, this cormorant here over in the corner, it's a symbol of transformation and independence. And so it's saying, like, you're going to transform in so many areas right now, and just take your own independent journey and follow, like, what your inner guidance is telling you. Like, if I said anything in this reading that doesn't resonate, trust yourself, trust your gut, only take what resonates, you know. Turn within. Aries is all about yourself as your guide. So this is the time for you to not ask really anyone's advice or opinion. I mean, watch these full moon readings and stuff, but spend some time in meditation on your own, and in prayer, and or whatever, however it is you connect to yourself, or to the void, or to this great spirit, or whatever, and figure it out, you know, figure it out what it is that this big change and this big shift is here in your life, because everyone is having one right now. So what's yours? Now, this next card, how to proceed. There's a need to gather with other people, to share your fire and share your light and share your inspiration. And so projects right now are really highlighted. You know, how can you start a project with some of the people around you? Maybe you can raise money or support for a cause. Maybe you're working on some art or something for your career. Maybe you're starting a business. Maybe you want to help inspire and motivate and uplift other people, and you want to get your friends in on it. So there's so many ways. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel with one of your friends. What's up? Maybe you want to start some type of social media to pay it forward. Those are some things that are coming up, but you know, positive gathering, positive upliftment. If you're down, you're probably, like I said, you're feeling alone. You need to gather with others. I've got a lot of social stuff planned for this season, and it's on purpose because I'm feeling this energy. Like everyone wants to be social right now and exchange this energy. There's a lot that can come out of it. And for me, in my life, it's no secret that every time I've had like a really awesome get together with some friends or just like a really epic photo shoot, the next couple weeks are so blessed and so abundant, and I feel like that energy just continues on into your life. So it's in your best interest to be connecting with other people whose energy that you admire, who have some wisdom to share, who just make you laugh, honestly. Just even people who just make you laugh, people who bring you into the moment. That's really important to connect with that energy. So go for it. Go for it, you guys. This is what the energy is all for right now. This is how to proceed. So they're saying, like, take a load off, you know, party, harvest. That's what this is all about, you know? Get together, celebrate. Okay, what lies ahead? I am so excited to see this card, the Two of Wands, come out, and I've already pulled it since I got this deck. I keep pulling the same cards over and over again, once again, as a clarifier. So I'm going to read you guys this, what lies ahead. This is a card of launching a new career project with a good outlook for success. Here, the person in this card has embarked on a weaving career as a cottage industry and sends her goods to market with hope and determination for good sales. Also related to this card is a time of waiting for the results of taking a chance on something new. While the outlook is good for seeing one's personal vision become a reality, there's still a period of time before the returns are actually known. The phase of uncertainty is supported by the careful deliberation that went into the beginning of this project or creative endeavor. What is desired is defined. The action taken to proceed has begun, and now comes the time of waiting for the rewards. This card implies that success will come from a venture carried out with boldness and self-confidence. It is the fire of ambition coupled with the talent and determination to see it through. And isn't that so Aries, you guys? Isn't that so Aries full moon? How cool is that? It is the fire of ambition coupled with the talent and determination to see it through. I feel that energy. There could be a launching of a new career project, awaiting work results, a new beginning, a new venture, a new creative pursuit, determination, a good outlook for success in work, earned success. So those are all things I like to hear. So that's what lies ahead. And they're saying there's been this uncertainty. And this hawk here is like looking back at the past. And there's like this clouded judgment. But there is like this hint of strength here with this pine tree, because the pine tree stands for strength. And so it's like, you've been looking back on the past and these injustices, and it has clouded your vision a bit, but you're gaining strength. And ultimately, it's leading you towards this. It's leading you towards this new career project. It's leading you towards this new venture. And, you know, there's just good omens all around for your work and for your creative life. So I love hearing that, you guys. Harvest Moon, I have to say, is definitely one of my favorites. The next step. So, let's see. I lost my place. Sorry, you guys. So I do see this card here, the World Tree, and I know you guys have seen this before if you've been watching my readings for a while. This talks about going around and around in circles, you know, trying desperately to make it through this door, like your way in. And the tree, of course, symbolizes knowledge and transformation and renewal, being grounded, success, achievement. And all these different color leaves here represent the seasons and just changes. And so this talks about timing here. This talks about how sometimes you know, you're just going to have to take the time to wander through this maze in order and learn the lessons and walk the path, put the time and the work in order to get through. And sometimes it's just a matter of the changing of the seasons. So maybe you're impatient here. Maybe you really want to move forward. Maybe you want to see some more positive transformation happening in your physical world, but maybe a lot of this is happening inward right now. So this is kind of saying, like, keep your head up here. Be diligent, you know, keep walking this path. You're going to get through and you're going to get out eventually. So, and then along with this card, the Knight of Chalices, this card has to talk about, the King of Chalices. Whoops. King of Chalices talks about arts and sciences, giving advice, like business-related invitations, like perhaps an invitation to go to the next level, or to talk something over, like with your boss, perhaps like a promotion. So it does talk about moving up, negotiating, abundance. So the next step is basically to think about how you can take whatever it is you're involved in right now, whether it's just like studying and trying to get new wisdom, whether it's a business you're involved with, or like a line of work. This does kind of have to talk about your career, and you know, you need to meet with people who are on the next level, people who you admire. And I talked about that here, people who, you know, of course you can lift you up. This talks more about friends, but this is saying, for real, meeting with people who are on the next level, people who are visionaries, business people who can actually help you with some of the logistical and more legal aspects of your business. So it's saying that, you know, there could be a social invitation with some type of business aspect extended to you. And even if you're not feeling social or you don't want to go, if you receive any invitations during this season, like, seriously consider just going, because you never know. Like, sometimes these opportunities come to you for a reason, and sometimes I just hate going to parties and like stuff like that. I personally used to party a lot in my past, and I'm kind of a homebody now. Like, I love to hang out and make creative projects with people, but it's kind of a thing for me, like, you know, to get out and like go do that whole thing. But in the industry I work in, the fashion industry, I constantly have to be attending these parties in order to make connections. And so kind of a trick I use is just imagining on your way there, you know, opportunities that you could receive, or the kind of people that you never know you could meet, you know, at certain events. I like to stay really open and to kind of excite myself with that, instead of just thinking like, it's an annoying party and it's going to be awkward and I'm going to have to do all that stupid small talk stuff and blah, blah, blah. You know, try to remind yourself that, you know, sometimes you have to put yourself out on a limb and you have to express who you are out in the world. And you have to, you know, attend these events and support the people who are reaching out to you. You know, there's a reason for everything, I believe. And trust your gut. You know when to turn down certain invitations. But if someone's like, hey, come to this event, or come to this party, or come to me with this thing, or to this meetup, or to this group or something, or to this meditation class or whatever, just do it. Just go. Even if you're feeling uncomfortable about it, because it could be an opportunity for you. Because that's what this card is talking about specifically, like meetings, opportunities for gaining face time with higher ups, networking, making contacts, gathering useful information, business, and, you know, confidence through success, you know, mentoring, being a counselor or tutor, or seeking out counselors or tutors. So maybe even seeking out healers or physicians. What's up, guys? Maybe getting a personal reading from Rainbow Harmony. Just kidding. But for real though, if you guys want one, check out the description below. But yeah, that's our reading, you guys, for the full moon. What do you guys think about this? I would love to hear below. Leave your comments, and of course subscribe and like. And I just wanted to say thank you guys once again for supporting this channel. It's been great to have this outlet to express myself every single day, and I love that I get to touch bases here no matter what's going on in my crazy life. And this has been helping keep me a balance. It's been keeping me accountable, because I can't give and do these readings unless I've been taking really good care of myself, and I've been doing that lately in order to do this channel. So it keeps me accountable. It's been helping me and improve my life in so many ways, and it's kind of lighting a fire under my butt too, to like really practice what I'm preaching here and try to walk my talk. I hope you guys don't get the impression that, like, you know, I'm some kind of know-it-all or something. I think if you did, you wouldn't be following this channel. But you know, sometimes I worry, like, or wonder how I'm coming across, but these are all lessons that I'm currently trying to integrate into my life. I'm by no means an expert. I'm just someone who's gone through a lot and has had to do a lot of healing work, and I've had a lot of personal growth. Like, you know, I want happiness in my life, I think, like everyone does, and peace in my life, and so I've decided to take action on that and actually, you know, do the work. And so that's what this is all about, you know, for me. And I'm excited to share more with you guys. Leave comments, let me know what kind of pick a card readings you guys want. Check out the description and you can see a link to my pick a card readings. And let me know if you guys have any more suggestions for topics for that, or anything else you want to see on this channel, because I'm really open. So thanks again, you guys, for your support and for everything. I really appreciate everyone who follows this account. Sending you guys so much love and light. Peace out.